we will get you right to one of the top stories that you've been hearing about and what happened on Monday Night Football. We'll show you Cincinnati now, live look there, where a player from the Buffalo Bills, right now in critical condition this morning, that is defensive back Damar Hamlin, 24 years old, suffering cardiac arrest on the field live during a game last night. This happened after a crushing hit to the chest, as was seen on camera. He stood upright and seconds later fell backward, laying motionless. That is when paramedics rushed to the field. You see the ambulance carted there and players kneeling. ESPN reporting Hamlin was given CPR immediately on the field. His heartbeat stopped. Then his heartbeat was restored. That is according to the NFL, also the game as well. They had to suspend the game temporarily. Then they finally decided to stop the game and reschedule as a whole. When, we don't know, but we do know this. The Buffalo Bills confirm he was taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. The team is saying right now Hamlin is currently sedated, but again, it's still in critical condition. Unclear if the two teams, again, will make up this game. But the big question here is you haven't ever seen something like this. At least I don't remember. I've watched sports, I watched NFL all my life. I haven't seen something quite like this. But we are waiting for results into what happened here with Damar Hamlin. We want to bring in Dr. Manny Sethi joining us live now on this event here as we take a closer look. We appreciate you coming on, Dr. Sethi. Always good to see you. And let's look, if we could start with the statement, and then I'll get your comment here from a medical perspective. But the Buffalo Bills tweeted this out. Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to the UC Medical Center for further testing and treatment. He is currently sedated and listed in critical condition. That is the latest news that we have in terms of his medical situation. What are your thoughts? Did you see it happen? Have you read the articles? What went through your mind?
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me. I didn't see it live, but about 2 minutes after, I got about 100 texts, and I saw the video. And what I saw, was a direct blunt force injury to the chest when Damar got hit. So then, he stood up, and then the next question was, well, did he pass out? Was this neurologic? But when he fell backwards, he didn't have like a flexion posture or something that you'd look for in a patient who had some kind of neurologic injury or CTE. And the fact that his heart stopped, I think, is very consistent with blunt force injury to the chest. I'm a trauma surgeon, orthopedic trauma, but these are the kinds of injuries that we see when airbags hit someone directly in the chest, or someone's ejected from a car and has blunt injury to the chest. And so his heart stopped, and they were able to initiate CPR very quickly. And so the question will be now, what is his neurologic status when he wakes up? Because when your heart stops, you don't get oxygen to your brain, and you can have some dysfunction there. So we just don't know yet. So, my thoughts are with the Hamlin family. It could be that he has a completely full recovery, but we're just going to have to wait. Right now, he's intubated and sedated in an ICU. In Cincinnati, they have very, very good care. He was flown to a level 1 center that's very used to dealing with these things. And so he's in very good hands, and we just all have to wait.
Yeah. Talk to me about the importance of a quick response time, specifically in this situation.
Oh, it is everything in this situation. So, the time to initiate CPR is what prevents what we call anoxic brain injury, which is when the brain needs oxygen, right? So the heart is the pump that gets blood to your liver, your lungs, your brain, and it delivers oxygen. So if your brain's not getting oxygen, then your brain cells can die, and that can cause real problems. So the faster you get CPR going, the faster oxygen and blood gets to your brain. And so I really credit the NFL with the fact that their physicians, their health providers on the field were able to initiate quickly. Now it's just a matter of knowing, how much time did it take to actually get his heart going again, and other factors like that.
if he is recovering, and again, we know he's sedated, he's intubated, he's in critical condition. That's the last that we've heard. And hopefully, everyone's praying for his recovery. And if he is, what does the recovery time look like for someone suffering a cardiac arrest, as they have reported that he did?
Well, it also depends on, Sean, really what led to that cardiac arrest. Was it a cardiac arrhythmia from when he got hit? Was it something else like a pulmonary embolism or a blood clot, or just what exactly happened? And we don't know. But I will tell you that just from my patient experiences, his recovery will be long. I mean, from a cardiovascular standpoint, recovering from something like this is not going to be easy, and he's going to need his family support. He's going to need NFL support, and America's with him, and so we're just all going to have to get behind him.
Yeah, everyone's praying for him and the family at this point. And again, it's whenever these stories go across coverage points. So, I mean, when we're talking about a sports injury on the news, it's a major deal. I recall also earlier in the season, Tua, the Dolphins QB, who was injured, facing a medical injury like that. Do you think this is going to change how football precautions are put in place? Any different changes in protocols when it comes to prevention?
Well, this is a really important question that you're raising, because I think this may be the first time in NFL history that we've had a player who has been injured from, just a straight cardiovascular blunt force trauma. What we have seen in the past are these neurological injuries like CTE, like what you just mentioned, the quarterback in Miami. And so that's very different. I think as the players get bigger, as people are more physically fit, they're running into each other, the momentum of those, of getting tackled is so high that we're just going to have to figure out our padding, just getting players more safe. But I think what this does show is, look, this could happen to anybody, and it's such a serious and devastating injury that I do think we're going to have to take a pause and really think about this and how we can prevent these sorts of injuries from happening.
Yeah. Again, still in this waiting moment. Anxiety certainly is there. Obviously there for his family, his friends, his teammates, and really the rest of the world watching, as we've never seen anything like this happen. Again, live on Monday Night Football. A horrifying moment to be seen televised. Dr. Manny Sethi weighing in with his expertise. Always good to see you, Doctor. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth. No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.